Teenage Mutant Ninja. Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ, you've ruined the episode already.
I was about to talk about dry paninis, but away you go.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was a 1990 American superhero film directed by Steve Barron. Did you know he directed Beat It, I think. Yeah, Michael Jackson.
Video.
Yeah.
By pure music artist, nothing to ever taint his legacy, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, not even one child molested, as I recall. I don't know why you'd bring that up.
I mean, look, most musical artists do, but not Michael.
Not Michael, no. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it received mixed reviews, but was a box office success, grossing $202 million on a budget of only $13.5 million. Goodness. It was the highest grossing independent film up at that time. That's all I know about it. I only copied the first paragraph out of Wikipedia.
That's fine. Good research.
Yeah. Well, there's been a child labour strike in Indonesia, so our research crew hasn't quite done its thing this month. We're down this month, but we're hoping.
Paperwork.
Yeah, we're hoping to get a few. What do you call it? People who break the picket line.
Oh, there'll be a few fatal beatings over this.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
We're bribing officials as we speak to try and get the child labour force back into action and to bring you the quality entertainment you're used to from Pointless and Confused.
Yes.
You know, it breaks our heart to think that we're not doing the best we can for our audience while these child labour laws, really just restricting the rights of children to work everywhere. It's just barbaric. So what can you do? What can you do?
Children like money too, you guys, you know?
Yeah.
Don't stop them working hard if they want to.
How do they buy their drugs?
Well,
you know, they'll have to steal.
How do they feed the drug adult parents? Yeah.
It's stealing. If they can't work as prostitutes or researchers for our show, like, what are they going to do?
If those children don't have money, how would they download the app to know how to avoid Ezra Miller?
Yeah. Yeah. Which our special celebrity alert apps available now in the Pointless Confused store, so you can be alerted. Only $29.95, and you can know exactly where Ezra Miller is at any time, so you can just avoid any missing children. Yeah, and you can also get a bundle deal with our Alec Baldwin app, which really is saving lives every day.
Where Alec Baldwin is and where any possible firearms might be.
He can't sneak up on you. You know where he is at all times. You can get away early.
And he's green. If he approaches you and he's green and there's no firearms around, it's a green dot. But if he comes close, if there's firearms within 2 meters of Alec, he'll turn orange. And if he's got one in his hand, it's red. Yeah.
It's a fantastic app. And you can buy the bundle, the Ezra Miller and Alec Baldwin bundle together, and save over 1.23% today. So it's just an incredible deal.
Saving money, Dan. It's about saving lives.
It is. It's about saving lives, but, it's slightly cheaper. It's, worth it to you, isn't it? Obviously. Anyway, Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles.
Speaking of children, when I was a child, mate.
You were molested by Ezra Miller.
Well, no, I wasn't a child. Ezra Miller was a child. I was an adult. Wait, that's not coming out right. Let's move along swiftly.
Step us through this process of you and your relationship with Ezra Miller, and just how old were you?
Just get the app.
Just get the app.
Just get the app. Bundle it. Get the bundle app. Ninja Turtles, mate. 1990. I was 10 or 11 when this thing came out, and this was my Woodstock. Ninja Turtles. I had the cartoon show was on the telly every afternoon. I'd be watching that. Channel 3, I think they had Ninja Turtles, and then back to back with Masters of the Universe. So it was all just, this is prime. And then the film came out, and I remember seeing it at the cinema, and I remember it thinking it was the greatest thing I had ever seen. Changed my life.
Yeah. You loved it.
Yeah. This was my 89 Batman, like I think for a lot of cats in our generation, that 89 Batman was the first big cinematic blockbuster. But for me, I was like, oh, fuck. They've taken my childish cartoon and they're making it adult and real and violent and dark. And it's, and fucking, Corey Feldman's voicing one of them, Donatello.
Yeah.
It was a perfect storm of awesomeness for little Brad.
He only got paid $1,500 for this film to provide his voice.
Well, at the time, it was probably all he was worth. Now, if they tried to get him to voice Donatello, because his music career is just at its peak, it would
Shot through
cost
the roof, really.
I mean, it would cost them $2,200 now at least.
If he's available. I mean, let's face it, if he hasn't picked up an extra shift at McDonald's, then maybe he could do it. He could squeeze it in, but...
Yeah. Or more dance lessons.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the card. Obviously, there was a comic book, and then the Eastman and Laird, who created Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they signed a deal with one of the toy companies and released Ninja Turtle toys. And the promotion was the TV series, the cartoon, which was a huge hit. Really took the world by storm. And yeah, we were all excited for the film, weren't we? And I think I got all the trading cards for that one. I think I got them somewhere. I bought lots of bubble gum and eventually got the set.
The cartoon or the film?
Well, the film, yeah.
Yeah, nice. I've got the full set as well. In a nice little binder, all laid out in order. You flip page to page, you see both sides of the cards.
Magical.
Yeah. And I'm on the hunt. Any listeners that want to post gifts to us, because we're giving you hours and hours of just priceless entertainment. I am still on the hunt for a complete set of Ninja Turtles animated trading cards.
Are you? For real?
I am. Hard to
grow up, you fucking child, you man baby, you piece of shit, living in your mother's basement. What is wrong with you?
I mean, look,
kid.
My mother's basement is in the west wing, and it's got a
palatial mansion.
It's got a hot tub. I'm not leaving. It's my safe space when Ezra is around.
Yeah, the bunker.
The bunker, yeah. The Ezra bunker. Everybody should have one.
I think it's going to be required by law fairly soon, won't it?
I think. I mean, cause
just
so
for your
fast.
safety.
He gets everywhere.
He's quick. He's very sneaky.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, Ninja Turtles at the cinema. Little me loved it. It might have been one of the first films I saw multiple times in the cinema. Just enjoyed it.
Sure.
Hit all the feels. Because it was Jim Henson. Jim Henson did it, and it has all the puppetry, and so it has that vibe of the Labyrinth and Dark Crystal and all that. It was real. It wasn't CGI. You could feel it.
Yeah, Jim Henson said that they were the most advanced puppets they'd ever made. But he was also
said, I think I'm having a heart attack.
Yeah,
Henson said.
He died a month and a half later after the film got released. Yeah. He was also disappointed that there was so much violence. Wasn't happy with it.
Oh, sorry, Jim. Why don't you just go and get a pig to fucking domestically abuse a poor little helpless green frog then? Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, the film was called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, there's going to be some violence, isn't there? I mean,
some ninjaing. Do you know in the UK it was called Hero Turtles?
Yeah, I think everyone knows that.
It was too violent. Well, this is a trivia show, so
Yeah, and then they in the later movies they weren't allowed to use their weapons, so they were using household objects to
Yeah.
kill people, which obviously far
Secret
safer.
use. Yeah.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
second film, they've all still got their weapons. Like Michelangelo's got his nunchucks tucked in his belt, but he decides to use like a couple of sausages to beat up guys. You know,
mm.
Leonardo's
Yeah.
got his swords on his back, but he's going to use a broomstick.
I have to say, back on the Jim Henson thing,
Mm.
best costumes ever in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like to make a turtle run around and look good, they outdid themselves.
Really
I
good.
think the rubber muscles and everything, it looks great.
Mhm.
There's a couple slip ups where you can see down the mouth of the turtle and there's a human face
Some
inside
eyeballs.
there, and
Yeah.
yeah, but on the whole, like these costumes are the best ones ever, aren't they? Like
Peak. Yeah, I mean, look,
they're
you
up there
compare
with anything.
this is 1990, and then I think the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, that was kind of the both the peak and the end of animatronics. You know, we haven't really had anything as good since, because we kind of went down the computer graphic aisle of life.
What about Force Awakens? You had some animatronic stuff going on, but
Yeah, but was it as good?
Bit
You know, it was
flat.
there and we all went,
Characterless.
oh, great, it's a puppet. But it's a puppet, you know? Whereas I guess we were kids, but you get swept up in the magic of the Henson creations, you know? You wouldn't. Within 5 minutes of the film, you see them and you go, fuck, that looks amazing. And then you're gone. You've suspended your disbelief and you forget all about the puppetry.
yeah, I mean, I even like the masks are rubber, but then they blend into the bandana bits that pop out the back, and it looks great.
Right.
You know, everything looks good, and
Mouths
then
move, the eyes look alive. Yeah.
and I mean, we obviously had the remake, the Michael Bay remake of Ninja Turtles, and they look
we
like
did.
fucking shit. They look
Yes, they do.
grotesque, and they look.
Yeah.
It's not as good. The look of this movie's good.
Yeah.
Apparently, they had to
Design.
cut a frame during the whole film. They cut frames to make the suits move better because they were sluggish
Uh-huh.
when they moved.
Yeah, maybe in the fight scenes, but I mean, even that, like, it seemed it's flexible enough when those guys were doing all the kicks and jumps. You know, you're not seeing seams or anything, and there's nothing jiggling like it shouldn't. You know, it all just looks like a character. And there's muscles in the legs and the hands, and yeah, so well done.
Pretty well done. Yeah,
Yeah,
got to give it points.
and they had.
I think it helps that it's quite dark film, quite darkly shot.
Absolutely
Helps it a
that
lot.
was the selling point. You know, like. To compare it again to Batman 89 was dark and it took it, you know, away from Adam West. And this one took, the cartoon was real kid friendly and lots of jokes and stuff. And there's jokes in this film, but it just.
They're not funny jokes in this film, though. They're not.
No.
No, they're not good jokes.
He made a funny. But they put it, like they kind of marketed it at, you know, 16-year-olds, I guess. You know, it's kind of older. More like that original comic was really violent and they actually killed the Shredder in the end of the first comic. So it sort of blended the two, I think. It knew it had to catch the kids from the cartoon, but then it had the dark stylings of the original comic.
Yeah, they did mix from what I'm reading, they did mix a lot of elements from the comics and the cartoon show. Somewhere in between kind of a thing. I think they did a good job, really.
Yeah.
The jokes suck. That's a negative.
Yeah. I mean, it's not billed as a comedy, though, is it? It's kind of, it is I compare it to like a standard 80s Chuck Norris Van Damme fare. It's just an action film, right? The jokes don't all have to hit.
Yeah. I mean, story's not the best. We're not expecting Oscar-winning performances.
Story do you need? A helpless TV reporter they try to mug her. Somebody saves the day.
So
she
what's
wants to know who it is.
what's the plot though? Like, there's a Japanese, racist Japanese gang
It's an
running around
Asian
New York.
gang. I think they were Asian or something. They were speaking some language. I think it was Asian.
Yeah, they were sneaking around New York, stealing the smallest televisions they could find.
Oh, yeah.
To stack them downstairs in Shredder's lair, and that was about it. And it reminded some Japanese Americans of a previous crime wave in Japan where they were stealing small TVs.
Stealing small things. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to capture the youth for any new movement. You get the youth and you're going places.
Yeah. Young Sam Rockwell in this, did you spot him?
He is. I did spot him. Yeah, he's the kid at the underground lair, or the lair. Maybe it's above ground.
Menthol or regular?
From
that moment, we knew he would be a star.
Oh, yeah. His best film's still it's either Moon. Did you ever see Moon? It's a good one.
Yeah, that's all right.
And The Green Mile. He plays the crazy guy in The Green Mile. He's good in that. Yeah.
Matchstick Men. That was a good one.
Oh, I haven't seen that. All right.
Ridley Scott.
Who's your favourite turtle then?
My favourites were always Michelangelo and Raphael.
Growing up.
Yeah, on the cartoon series, but in the film, don't like Michelangelo's in the back seat and not very funny. So the funny character is basically ruined. And then Raphael was the wisecracking cool guy in the cartoon, and here he's a depressed, angry git. Which is closer to the comic, apparently. But yeah.
Yeah, right.
Same thing with the new Turtle remake movie. The Raphael's just a obnoxious prick, really, isn't he? Just not very likable.
They're trying to make him the dark one because he wears red.
He's just a cunt.
Well, always my favourite from the cartoon. I liked the red bandana. Probably my favourite in the film too.
Wow.
He stayed level. Yeah, I like Raphael. Maybe just the look of his character design. I know they're all very similar, but I think I prefer his. But in saying that, I got to give it to my boy. I mean, Donatello, I like the least in the Turtles. Purple guy. But he's voiced by Corey Feldman. So he's kind of my favorite in the film because he's voiced by him. But then it's Raph. It's always Raph. Yeah.
Well, I kind of think Leonardo looks the coolest.
Sure. Right.
I don't know. Splinter looks good. Like for an animatronic rat, he looks pretty good. Did a good job.
I was always disappointed. I remember even in the cinema as a kid when the Shredder came out for the first time.
In a shiny sequin jumpsuit.
Yeah. I was like, why is he wearing a shiny pink suit? And what the fuck's going on with his cape? Like fucking shiny silver circus cape. And then he's got his little henchman, his little bum, can I say Asian bum boy? I did.
I was going to say, don't say it.
We've said far worse. I mean, if we were going to be taken down, we would have been taken down by now. Comes up behind him and unrolls his cloak to expose his shoulder blades. I just thought, that's fucking dumb. Because he was kind of cool in the cartoon, voiced by the dad from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Boom.
Boom. And it was great. Like, I think the character design in the cartoon is better than what's in the film. But the film's got a better helmet. I think the helmet's pretty badass.
I think he looks pretty good once he's got his pink pajama cape off.
Does he take it off?
I'd never read the comics, so I was watching this film thinking, who's this Hiroshi cunt and where's Bebop and Rocksteady?
Yeah.
They were kind of missing for me, but I guess we get them later and they were crap. Who knows?
We didn't get them later. Bebop and Rocksteady never came in the original movies. And,
was it slightly altered versions of them?
Yeah. And the sequel, Secret of the Ooze, we got Toka and Razor or something like that. And they were a snapping turtle and a Wolverine or something like
What the
that.
hell's the point of
Toka and
that?
Razor, that was it. Oh, it was fucking shit. And they were babies. So they ate the mutagen, and Shredder was like, yeah, well, I'm going to have some, something to fight the turtles. And they're like, Dada, Mama. They're babies. It was shit. I hated the second one. I remember as a kid, it came out, and I just went, A, the turtles didn't look right, and their voices had changed. So they changed the puppets.
Yeah.
And then the story was just complete horseshit. And it had fucking Vanilla Ice in it. Turtle power. Oh no, he did the ninja rap. That's right.
Go ninja, go ninja,
Go ninja, go. Yeah. Fuck Vanilla Ice.
Talented man. Yeah.
Yes.
We'll
He's got a
disagree.
giant Ninja Turtles toy collection now. I watched a video the other day.
Yeah, he's a man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is something that the Michael Bay films got right, is they at least they had Rocksteady and Bebop in it, but they were crap.
Yeah. Agreed.
I
was happy that they were in there, but yeah, they sucked too.
Yeah, I was excited to see them, and then I was bored of this shit by the end of that film.
Yeah.
So fucking
Fun
over
jokes and stuff. Yeah. I think of all the Ninja Turtle films and cartoons and every bit of merchandise that's come out, the original 1990 film is by far the best. 100%. The others just don't compare.
Certainly not
Swift
perfect.
Downhill. It's not perfect, but it's the best of what we've been given. And look, I do rate the original cartoon, at least the first, I think it was like the first 6 episodes made up like a film. And I really enjoyed that. But then the cartoon just sort of went off, as cartoons do, on big tangents. But this film, I think, we haven't rated it yet. We haven't got there. Whether you like it or not, it's a classic film. Like you said, the highest earning independent film for a long time. I don't know what's taken it over. I don't know whether you did your research, but small budget.
No, well, the Asians have been forced out of work, child workforce. So,
that's right. That's right. Yeah. Save
sorry,
the children.
audience.
Kill the whales. Save the children.
April O'Neil, played by
Judith Hogue.
Who
Didn't even have to look that up.
Disappointed she wasn't as attractive as I found the cartoon character April O'Neil much more attractive.
I, funnily enough, agree with you. I remember being disappointed as a young lad too.
Yeah, that's not April. No.
April. Yeah, and where was the yellow jumpsuit? That's all we wanted.
She refused to wear it. She also complained during the whole shoot about the amount of violence in a ninja movie. And she was not asked back for the sequel, apparently.
No, she wasn't. She may have come back for the third one. I don't remember. There was a terrible Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. It's like Turtles in Time. But they did just so Judith Hogue went on this big publicity thing maybe a year ago now I'm nerding out again on you, Dan. NECA Toys made the movie Turtles. So they made these realistic 6-inch figures of these characters, right? And they did the Turtles, they did Casey Jones, they did the Shredder and Splinter. And then just a year ago, Judith Hogue jumped on YouTube and did this whole vlog series about they're making my toy and they're using my likeness and this is going to be the best figure ever. And so she was real pro the film, which from what you just said, she was very anti the violence, but now she's trying to make it get the money now. Yeah. Because what the fuck is she doing now?
Regret not getting some of those because I saw them come out and go, God, they're reasonably priced and they look really cool. And then I didn't get one.
Yeah.
You got them though, didn't you? Yeah.
I did. Yeah. They initially released like these, they're almost 30 centimeters tall, like these massive things, like 12-inch tall turtles. I got Leonardo and that was super rad, but then I knew I'd never afford all of them. So I sold Leonardo and bought the smaller versions. They have little 6-inch versions. So I've got the 4 turtles, which all look like they've just stepped off the screen. It's fucking mental, the amount of detail. and then I just got a Shredder and Splinter 2-pack. Bought myself a little present. And now I just need Casey and April.
But they made a Casey and an April?
They made normal Casey with his hockey mask and all the stuff. And then he came in a 2-pack with Raphael in a trench coat. And then April, standard April. And then they just released, which I'm not going to get, is Farm Casey and Farm April from the scenes where they're on the farm. So he's in like he's in his track pants and a singlet, and she's in, I don't know what the fuck she's in. But there is a scene in the film where she's got, and excuse me to any of our more Gentile listeners, she has fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? She has the most pointiest nipples in the world in one scene at the farmhouse. She's in a little red singlet, no bra, like high beams.
Yeah.
Need to
He
rewatch.
grabs her and throws her in the chair. Oh,
Yeah.
that's love.
Oh, yeah. You played that scene a few times over, did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know how I felt about Casey Jones. I was never that excited he was in the film. Maybe I'm in the minority, but
Yeah,
I just wanted Turtles and too many characters.
No, I liked him. I liked his portrayal. I like the guy's name who you can't say, Elias Coites or Cutis or Coitus. I don't know how you say his name. Sorry, buddy. You probably just had a Google alert. But yeah, I thought he adds to it. You needed the humans in there to go with the turtles, and that whole scene. I love when they go to April's antique shop or whatever, and then the Foot invade, and they go out to the farm like they've been defeated. I always love that scene where the heroes didn't win in the middle of the film. They're just like, and they've got to, they go and walk around the farm, and Raph's unconscious or whatever in the bath. And then they commune with Splinter. I loved that middle section. It was great. And then the heroes get their pep talk. It's like a sports show. They get this pep talk and then come back and win-win.
Oh, I thought it sagged in the middle there. I thought it got a bit boring and dumb.
No, I needed that change, It's a stylistic change, but it worked, I think.
What else is interesting? They had a big fight.
Didn't need to be in this fucking film that I still hate to this day, is that little red-headed fuck. Danny. Danny's just you worthless piece of shit in this film.
And the father didn't need to be there, I don't think.
Didn't need it. There's no point. It introduces you to the Foot Clan because Danny's there, but he's just a whiny little bitch. Fuck you, Danny.
Yeah, they could have kind of done without human. Yeah, I'm against human characters from the beginning. Obviously, I want a Transformers movie all on Cybertron about the Cybertronian war getting started and massive big battles. That's what I want to see. When they come to Earth and start hanging out with teenagers who are having girl problems, I'm fuck this shit.
You know what the prime example of that is? He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. No, well, Transformers did the same thing, didn't it? I remember when He-Man came out in 87, I think the film came out. Oh, we're on Eternia and He-Man's fighting and it's Dolph Lundgren and he looks fucking badass and they've redesigned his character. It's sweet. No, they're going to fight Skeletor. Oh, shit. And then they come to Earth. They come to 1987 Earth and meet a musician and Courtney Cox and they have relationship problems and He-Man eats Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Well, I think it's supposed to be that you put because you're aiming this at a child audience. You put children in it so the children go, I identify with that child. I'm that kid. When I was a little kid, I used to see Sparkplug Wickedy hanging out with the Transformers going, what the fuck is this shit? What are the robots? Yeah. Listening to these human bugs. Just stand on the fucking humans and do what you want to do.
I agree.
Never into it. I don't know why they do it.
All you need for a successful kids film these days is to have Ezra Miller on screen quickly fingering people and kids will totally relate.
I don't know what you mean by that.
We talk about him too much. That's it.
You know, you tell me off all the time for pedo stuff, and then the first thing you do is talk about Ezra Miller fingering children.
Yeah, that's true. I was going to say, didn't he just choke and push over a fat chick? So maybe just edit that a bit so it sounds better.
Yeah, and so just say instead. Oh, okay, we've got to edit this together. Instead of saying fingering children, say choking fat chicks. That's far better. Okay?
All right. Okay.
Redo it, and then we'll edit it together.
And if you want a film to rate children, just get Ezra Miller to push over a fat chick, and they'll all understand. No, wait, you said choke a fat chick. Oh, we've ruined it.
We'll do overdubs later.
We'll get some Chinese poor Asian overdubs like in a karate film.
Oh, that's something that annoyed me about this film is all the voices are overdubbed. Like the turtles, I understand, but the human characters are all voiceover.
Yeah,
little ADR.
When they're not good enough, they're not good enough. You know,
they're overdubbing themselves, though, aren't they?
But that's most films. You do ADR. It's pretty much like
no
films, unless it's the Tarantino film, right? No on-site workers recording the fucking dialogue in a Marvel film. It's all ADR.
Well, they wear hidden little microphones on their bodies.
Don't. It's all ADR. You fucking stupid cunt. You work in the film industry.
You're a liar. I'm telling you the truth.
No, you're dumbass.
Shredder. Okay. Something that got tedious to me was the flashbacks and talking about the history of the turtles. Was they like ridiculous seeing a little rat in a cage following his master doing kung fu movies and becoming a ninja?
Look, you're watching a film about like giant talking turtles, so you gotta give a little bit. Though in the cartoon it was different, eh? Like, how did it work? Like the rat picked up the turtles and they were covered in the mutagen, and then they all turned humanoid. Can't remember why they turned humanoid. Yeah,
it's a knockoff of the Daredevil story.
Yeah.
We've got 4 minutes left. What would you double feature this? Are you going to recommend this to someone and you're going to go another film with it that's similar or something?
It's going to make the perfect movie. No, you go first because I have not even thought about this.
I would say Mortal Kombat.
Oh, another fighty one?
Man. Yeah, but the original Mortal Kombat back in like 97 or something, 99, 2000, something like that. That one.
Yeah, the one with the Mortal Kombat. That one? No,
yeah, that one.
Oh, good choice.
Nostalgia.
Man.
Yeah, I've put some effort in, unlike some people.
Jesus, yeah, I mean, look, you've caught me unawares and blindsided where I'm normally so professional.
3.5 minutes, hurry up.
I know, I can't think of fucking anything. I'm going to...
Shut up for a second, I'm going to talk. Oh, okay.
No, Time Cop.
That was low effort. Crap. On IMDb, the cold-hearted bastards over there are going to the 6.7 out of 10. Someone said 10, the best Ninja Turtles action movie of all time, my number one personal favorite. Oh, they loved it.
Yeah.
Someone said an 8, this movie rocks, one of my favorite childhood memories, exclamation mark. And I scrolled and I couldn't find anyone saying a bad review. And I was like, how'd this get 6.7? Like it was all 10s and 8s and 9s. People, this movie gave the people what they wanted. You know, you go, not perfect movie, but we got what we wanted.
That's it. That's all the fanboys want. We want what we want.
Yeah. April could have been hotter.
Okay.
Slightly better story.
I just think it was all it needed to be. It was a basic kids film. I think get rid of Danny. April could have been hotter. And the yellow jumpsuit. That's what the movie needed. I know she had a yellow raincoat. Just wasn't the same.
Yeah, you need a jumpsuit. Every episode she wore that jumpsuit, and in this movie, can't do it. Because Judith Hoag, too good. Too good for a yellow jumpsuit.
No turtle van either. It's a shame.
Ridiculous. Doesn't even make sense without a turtle van.
Bebop and Rocksteady. But then I guess maybe too many characters.
Well, they had a budget. Come on.
They did.
I forgive them. I forgive them. So you're going to rate this out of 10? What are you going to give it?
I'm giving it 9 out of 10 Cowabungas. I think it's a solid effort from the early 90s.
I think as a kid's movie, I'm going to give it a good, let's give it an 8.
Ooh.
Eight headlight nipples from Judith Hogue. Yeah.
Perfect.
Out of 10. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's cool.
Well,
yeah.
Wonderful. Rush over to the Pointless and Confused web store and get yourself a couple of Ezra Miller apps and Alec Baldwin bundles. Yeah, keep the kids safe. Yeah, can't be too safe.
It's about the community. It's not about you. Don't be selfish.
It's about family.
It's about family.
All right, another perfect episode.
Wow, apart from my pedo comment, which you can, let's be consistent and not have a pedo comment, but yeah.
I don't trust you.
Might be hard to edit out.